What is up, everyone? Welcome to Adrenaline Live. I'm McGuire Kane, founder, co-CEO of Adrenaline Tricking League, alongside my brother, Jimmy Kane, and we're excited, guys. We're really excited. This is going to be everything and anything tricking, but of course, the main focus right now, November 14th and 15th, Resorts World Las Vegas, biggest event in tricking history. Jimmy, how you feeling, man? How are you excited?
Dude, I'm pumped. I mean, it's pretty perfect that we're exactly 45 days away from November 15th. Some of the biggest battles in the history of tricking are going down. And really, chat, this show is really for the tricking community to talk to you about the event. We're going to be dropping battles, seminars, really everything. It's going to be your first glance and look at everything, what we're doing now and in the future too. But I couldn't be more excited. And it's insane how quickly this all came together. I mean, I'm sure you're feeling that too.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited to get back into things. You know, we're going to talk about the event later on, but I think something like just to start on for us is like for everyone in the chat, I don't know if you realize, me and Jimmy have been in the tricking scene since 2008. We had our first gathering in 2008. We've been involved. Adrenaline kicked off in 2014. So we've really seen it all. We've been part of this thing forever. And I think what's really cool, we're going to talk about the kind of the movement of the sport from kind of this culture to sport. But I really want to talk about, like, just real quick, is the level of tricking, where like the level we're seeing right now than we did in 2008. It's unbelievable.
It's at an all-time peak. I mean, me and you always talk about it. We compare it in a way to the way the sport of MMA developed so quickly, so rapidly. I mean, in those '08 battles, early battles, it really was a tumbler versus a Taekwondo guy in those early battles, right?
Yeah.
We're starting to see people come up as purebred, full-fledged trickers. And I think that's what's contributing to that extreme peak in difficulty. I mean, moves being landed by 12-year-olds that me and you never even dreamed of landing before. So it's crazy to see it. And yeah.
It's crazy to see someone like Mito at her age, the things she's doing, and now Taka's upcoming student, Rhea. I mean, I don't know what they're doing over there, but they got to keep doing it because it is unbelievable the kind of talent we're seeing come out of Japan, China, South Korea, really everywhere. And I think that's the beautiful part is you're not seeing just a martial artist that tricks or a tumbler that tricks. You're seeing a tricker that tricks. You're seeing these purebred trickers come up. And I think that's where we know the sport is now getting not even to that peak because it hasn't peaked yet, but more so to that level of like, it's here. Like it's time. Yeah. The sport is ready for this. And that's what we're excited about. I think just as much as we're ready to continue this phase and really bring a full league to everybody, the whole community, the world, I think the sport's ready for it too. And the athletes are as well.
You nailed it. The timing of the league is so perfect with the timing of the skill level and rise in participation in tricking. I mean, something we always love talking about is anyone in the world can trick at any time. You don't need equipment to do it. There's no barrier to entry. I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of tricking is that anyone can participate. Anyone can be a fan of it. It's just such an amazing sport that builds an amazing community. And I think the timing for the league with the timing of this rise in extreme skill level with trickers couldn't be more perfect. So we're going to talk about building the infrastructure for the league, what the league actually means. But real quick, just to flag it again, we're going to be checking the chat for questions, comments, engaging with you guys too, all building up to that November 15th event. Really, the goal is to just answer any questions going into that event, use this platform to give you as fans of Adrenaline, fans of tricking, the first glimpse of anything happening. And for this first episode, we're actually going to be giving away a free t-shirt before the event. We're going to ship it right to you for someone that's engaging in the chat too. So stay to the end. We're going to announce that winner at the end. But I do hear, McGuire, we've got a special guest that's going to pop in right now.
Love it. Adrenaline since the beginning, world champion martial artist, lead double for Wonder Woman, Ahsoka, first ever snap who swiped from a female. I can go on and on about you, Caitlin, but what's up? How are you doing? Welcome to the live.
I think this is so sick that we could be on live. I think this every week, every Wednesday leading up to this big event is going to be so incredible. It gives everyone kind of a platform, like you said, where we can all ask questions and chat and learn more things kind of leading up to this event, what to expect, seminars. So there is so much to come. You guys aren't ready. I don't think I'm ready.
I don't think anyone's ready, to be honest with
No.
you. I mean, again, this is the first thing of its kind in this sport. We can't say that enough. I mean, we're going to say that a million times, but the sport deserves it, and it's going to be something special that you're not going to want to miss.
For sure. So,
Totally.
question, I know it's been a minute. I know last year we skipped out on an event in 2024. I think some of the fans may be wondering kind of what's up, why that happened, and I guess how it could lead to a bigger buildup this year.
Yeah, I mean, for us, the main reason we took a step back was to evaluate what we were doing. We were putting on these amazing events, did the last two at Mandalay Bay, got it picked up by CBS Sports Network the first time it had really been on that type of a platform. And we just felt that the way it was moving, it was almost like a dog chasing its own tail. We were doing this amazing event and then getting ready for the next one. So we took that time off to really build the infrastructure, build out an amazing team of people outside of the sport to come in and help us build something that you see similar to other sports that are mainstream, that are able to pay athletes, that are, on getting that coverage from outside brands. So for us, we actually felt like we've been working harder than ever, right, McGuire? Even though we weren't running an event at this time, we really set the foundation for everything to come.
Jimmy, you hit the nail in the coffin there. It's really about for us. It was taking that step back, right? Taking that step back and realizing running a once a year event's great, and it was every year getting bigger. I mean, hey, we got on CBS Sports, and we don't even talk about that anymore, right? It's much more about now that we took this step back, restructuring and putting the infrastructure in, not only for the to get ready to take off, but for the athletes. Everyone knows this from the beginning. Athletes First Company, it's because we were athletes. We've been doing this forever now, and keeping that kind of as our core value as we move forward has been our number one priority. And that's how we got to this point today, where we're getting ready to kick off the biggest event in history on November 15th. And it's just event number one. I'm not going to spend too much, but all I can promise you is there's going to be a lot more than one event a year here on forward.
100%.
I think
So
that's
they'll build in
amazing.
something.
For sure. And I think a lot of people have been trying to do what you guys are doing currently. And this has been a process. Like you say, this is definitely not a two-man show or a three of us show. This takes an army. And we have an incredible team behind us now that is helping us kind of put this all together, even this live right now that you guys are seeing. So I think it's incredible. And I am so pumped for the event. I can't even describe it.
Well, it
Let's
wouldn't be the same without you being part of it. We're excited. This is going to be fun. Chat, we're going to have a lot of fun here. We're going to talk about a lot of things again, everything and anything tricking, but drop those questions. We're going to be answering, and it's going to be fun.
I think one of the craziest things to me is not only are we coming back with something the sport's never seen, something bigger than we've ever done before, but the fact that we get to make the first event a free event for the entire tricking community. I mean, that's insane. That's insane when you think about it. I mean, what was your first thoughts, Kaylin, when you heard that it was going to be a free event?
I mean, I think it's unheard of. Anything you think of, right? UFC, F1, anything. I mean, skyrocket, right? Prices are so crazy sometimes that I feel like it's not even obtainable to people. So I feel like for an event like this to be hosted in an amazing hotel, Resort World, and bringing us in and just the people that I think we're gonna bring in and come to share this first event is just crazy. And like you say, free. I mean, who doesn't like free?
Who doesn't like free? And I think that's the most beautiful part. I mean, audience, we're so excited for you guys to step foot on Resorts World with us. It is such a beautiful property. The way it's laid out too, everything feels very connected. You have over 50 plus restaurants on property. You have amazing amenities. I mean, there's so much to do there. It's a new property. And, I'll let Jimmy kind of talk more on it, but I think something that I really love, as you guys saw with that huge LED wall, is they're supporting this. They're not just even supporting this one event, they're really supporting the future of tricking and the growth of the sport. They really believe in it, they love it. So I'm just excited as we continue to grow with them as how big this is going to get.
Yeah, and really shout out to all of our partners, Resorts World, and everyone kind of behind the scenes too, because everyone believes in the sport and in this community, and that's a huge reason we're able to do what we're doing, giving this free event. That's not something that we just got to be able to decide to do and flip a switch. There's a lot of work that goes into laying the ability to give away, free tickets, free experiences, free seminars. To our entire goal with it was really just we want people to come and see what the league's about firsthand. you know the more people see and interact with it, the more we think they're going to love it. So that was really our entire goal. And for us to take that little bit of a gap and come back with something like this was really special and important to, I know, both of us, McGuire, and really a priority as we move forward and send the tone for the league as something that is positive for the community, positive for the sport too. But to jump into it, I think it would be a great time to do a little schedule reveal.
Ooh.
So we've talked about free stuff, but let's actually dive into what it is. McGuire, you want to hit kind of the first Friday?
Yeah, guys. Again, everything's free and it's crazy to say, but on Friday, we're going to have a ton of fun activations and things going on for you guys. Starting it out at 5 p.m., we're going to have the pro athlete workout press conference meet and greet. And what's really exciting about this isn't going to be going on in the arena. This is actually going to be going on live in the casino. The casino floor. It's going to be thousands of people walking by, watching tricking live. You're going to be able to witness the press conference, face-offs. We're going to do an athlete greet. And really, again, just letting everybody see that live is going to be something special. And then kicking off, we're going to have we'll go for it.
Well, just to give that a little bit of light, like we talk about that because we know it so well and we've lived and breathed that it's going to be on the casino floor. But what does that feel like to you, Caitlin? You're probably going to be hosting this thing, with thousands of people walking on the floor.
I mean, I just think it's cool because it's something so unique and different. No one has done this, right? And not only are you going to have the energy from all of the athletes, but you're also at the same time going to have everybody who's in the casino and watching over and looking and what is this, right? Because I think a lot of people know tricking, but they don't know that it's called tricking, right? They see people flip 100%. And kick and they're going to be like, what is going on? And it's only going to draw more people into the sport. So I think it's awesome.
I think that's going to be the craziest thing. Imagine just being someone showing up for, a weekend concert or something and seeing these crazy athletes flip 10 feet in the air upside down. You're like, what is that? And you want to just instantly hover to it. I think that's one of the coolest parts about tricking. It grabs anyone's attention. So it's going to be really cool. I'm sure we're going to have some great stories coming out of that. But yeah, that whole press conference, athlete meet and greet, and again, the open workout aspect on the casino floor is going to be insane. And then I know we've got some pretty awesome seminars lined up for Friday too.
Yeah, no, on Friday, I am personally so excited about this seminar. Boyang Chen and his student Yahoo picking things off for us. I mean, I've been blessed to learn from Boyang and go to his 2017 Live. He is one of the best instructors when it comes to tricking. So having him live on property there for everybody to be learning from is truly going to be special.
Yeah, and then right after that, it's going to be in the actual event area. We call it the complex because it is a complex. It's huge. It looks amazing. The build-up's going to be crazy. We're doing open sessions. And again, if you guys get pretty nutty with it, it's cut off at 11:30 technically, but if it's hype enough, we may be pushing that a little bit later into the evening too. But talk to us about the scouting opportunity we're doing at the event too, because it's not just an open session, but it's open sessions and challenges with a purpose too.
Yeah, guys, look, I mean, this is the most exciting part about the league is we have X amount of athletes that are already committed. They're going to be competing in this. But it's really about, for us too, finding and bringing that future talent. So that scouting session is going to be a perfect time. If you're training to get into the league and you want to be part of this thing, that is the time for you to put on that showcase. It's going to be myself, Jimmy, Caitlin, a few others there scouting. And really, it's time for us to see you guys live, because Instagram is great. Social media is great. But that's your best clips. I want to see what you're doing live at a session. I want to see how you train. I want to see how you warm up. I want to meet you. So that session right there is really everything and anything in that scouting, because as this thing grows and as more events take off, we're going to want more athletes to be part of this thing. And that's what we're most excited about.
We're going to need more athletes part of this. Caitlin, what are you looking for when you're seeing people kind of in those training environments? Like, what stands out to you when someone's just absolutely crushing it?
I think McGuire kind of nailed all the points. For me, I think it's always been consistency, right? And when we get to these tricking events, even though it's different from, a tournament setting per se, we still need everyone to be hitting their moves, right? This has a lot of planning, a lot of preparation. Some of our biggest athletes, Michael Guthrie, Jacob Pinto, right? All these guys, a lot of these top trickers, they train for consistency. They train, and when they hit the floor, you know that you're about to see something amazing. So I think when we're scouting around, we're looking for if you're hitting those tricks, we're looking if you're consistent. But then also, what I like that McGuire said is that we're looking at the kind of person that you are as well, right? That's also part of this. You have the whole package. It can't just be, wow, I could throw a double cork. Like, unfortunately, there's more to it than that.
Triples are the new doubles, but yes.
Okay,
okay. So what's great is Friday. I know people are trying to come off work, but if you can come in midday on Friday, that would be ideal. Then you get to really experience everything. And leading into Saturday, we've got a whole day for you before the actual main event too.
Yeah, guys, we're excited. I mean, to kick things off, we're going to have an adrenaline keynote, and that's going to be with myself, Jimmy, Caitlin, but really the full ATL team. There's a lot of new members we've onboarded over the last year that we're excited for you guys to meet. These are some of the top executives in the industry when it comes to not just sports, but really media and entertainment as a whole. And it's going to be your time as an athlete and honestly as a fan of the sport to sit down and just listen in on what the plan is, what things are looking like moving forward, and how you can be part of it. We got some really exciting things. It's crazy. I'm so excited for this event, but I'm honestly excited to let everybody know what's coming next year. But we'll hold off on that for now. But in just that fact of there's so much planned with this new infrastructure built for, again, not just the current athletes on the roster, but the upcoming athletes, and then really you guys as a whole as a fan base.
100%.
For sure. I think going into it, it's cool that we're creating a league, right? So this isn't going to be a one-time thing. And back to that word consistency, we're going to create that for the tricking world. So I think it's super cool that, now that we have these athletes that are the most amazing tricker, there's going to be the next generation that comes up under them and the next generation. So it's super cool to see that we could watch some of these even younger kids grow.
It is that platform. And talking about generations too, I think it's very fitting that we're bringing back an actual OG legend, Alex D, and Team Skillas to be teaching a seminar as well. And again, it's a free seminar, probably the steeziest, most stylish tricker in tricking history. He could make, the simplest move look amazing. And it's going to be an entire seminar about that style, bringing that Skillas style to your tricking. So definitely not going to want to miss out on that. It's all going to really amazing environment. And then leading right after that, we're going to be jumping into another open session, McGuire. Oop. Well, chat, if you can hear me, this is part of the first show, Growing Pains. I think we may have cut out for a second, but I think we're back now.
I think we're back.
We're back.
part
We're
of us
back.
doing this and doing this leading up to the entire event is going to be just giving you guys that info, but also you're going to see this live show is going to start to bring in more and more guests. It's going to start to have all sorts of cool, fancy things we're doing on the live show too. So thank you to the true fans jumping in for the first one. We appreciate y'all. But just kind of hitting that point again, we got that Alex D seminar leading right into one more open session, kind of that last moment to throw down before everyone goes back and take a break for the main event itself. And one of the
Love it.
best parts too is the fact that everything is so close on the Resorts World property. It is all perfectly contained from the rooms to the dining. There's a whole mall of shopping where we're doing the event is right there. It's all going to be nice and close for you to kind of enjoy your time in between all these amazing activities we're doing too. And one thing, McGuire, I would love to just talk about real quick is the scope. Talking about Resorts World as an amazing partner for us. And to show you guys kind of the scope, we've got this unbelievable video we were able to capture. I mean, if you had to guess, Caitlin, I don't know if you know the actual square footage of it. What would you guess that is?
Say that again.
If you had to guess how big this LED screen is, like just off the top of your head.
Oh my gosh, I have no. It looks massive even on a video. So I can't even imagine standing there in real time just watching that. And the video of you guys reacting is probably one of my favorite videos ever.
It's 100,000 square feet on the Las Vegas Strip, which is nearly two
No.
football fields. It's crazy. You can see this thing from the airport. What's cool is like when people are flying in for this event, they will literally be touching down at Harry Reid Airport and then seeing our video be playing from the airport. From Terminal 3, you can see this. And the airport's not that close. I mean, it's close, but it's
Not that close.
it's not that close. Like this thing is massive.
That's insane. I remember I've been to Resort World, I want to say once or twice, and I've been to some of the restaurants in there and they just have so much. Like it's like unlimited in there. It's anything you could imagine, the shops, the restaurants, and the screen on the outside is just again, it's like a hotel that's done something for the first time and now look at Adrenaline Tricking League. We're doing it. We're up there. So that's insanity. I can't wait to see it like in person.
Viva, 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 viva. They're
So
modern
good.
Mexican. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna thank me. You're gonna come up to me at the event and you're gonna be like, "Yo, McGuire, that was fire. Thank you, bro." And I'm gonna say, "I got you." So if you guys need Rex, don't worry, we got you guys. Tons of yeah. I mean, just the overall scope. I mean, we're excited. We're already 1,000+ deep on the ticket sales, and this event is going to make what we did in 2022 and 2023, which were the biggest live audience events in tricking history, look very tiny. It's going to look tiny compared to what we got going on this year. So it's going to be exciting.
Well, and part of that is the outside world coming into tricking. Part of the infrastructure of the league and what we've been working, day and night for the past however long to build is that ability to bring in partners that are not part of tricking currently, like Resorts World, to come in and help, essentially lift the entire sport up. So to have that first partner of Resorts World really come in a massive way is a great sign of what's to come for the league. But closing out the schedule, doors will open at 6, shows at 7. It's going to go right on time. So make sure to get there early, get your seats. We're going to be dropping again more news about all of the seating, the look of the event, all of that, and all of these live shows leading up to it. So just continually tune in every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. PST, and you're gonna love some news. But speaking of news, McGuire, I know we wanted to drop the co-main event on the pod too.
The co-main event, guys, this wouldn't be a special event if Min Chao wasn't headlining. We got Min Chao back, undefeated, the GOAT when it comes to that extreme breaking. Honestly, I think I speak for everyone. Probably one of the greatest showmen of all time when it comes to this sport. He is his own show in himself. And what's really exciting is not only is Min Chao on the card in battle, one kickman who he's battling is not only a teammate, facing off one another as a teammate, but also he's undefeated. And, I really think the storyline going into this one is it has been almost 2 years since we've seen Min Chao, and he's over 40 years old, and he's still killing it. And is he going to keep going? I think is what I'm excited to see. I think he will be, but one kick man is no joke. This is going to be an insane battle. If you like seeing boards broken, there's going to be a lot of boards broken. I can promise you that.
Absolutely.
This is insane. They're gonna kill it. It's like one of my favorite events that happened during the night. Like, they are so impressive to watch. And I think even to the outside public world that doesn't necessarily know tricking as much, I mean, I'm sorry, but when you see somebody flying through the air and breaking a board, it's impressive. Hands down.
Crazy.
You're like, okay, wow, amazing.
The precision that they have is unbelievable. To be moving with that level of force at that level of speed and to just nail those breaks. And it's crazy they almost never miss. I think what's awesome about this battle, it's actually one kick man that called out Min Chao. He wanted to go against really his coach in a way. I know they're teammates now, but he looked up to Min Chao for a long time, and he's the one that's kind of calling for his shot here. And there's the utmost respect between the two of them, obviously, but I think that dynamic team.
It's gonna be amazing. We're excited for this one, and guys, you know, not to give away any more battles. That's what next week's for. But you're gonna see your favorite trickers are gonna be at this event. Again, Ethan Turner's gonna be there. Tiki Wu, Dante Clark, Haruki, Fuju. I can go on and on. We got a stacked guest list coming. You know, we've seen already from the seminars. We're gonna have tons of friendly faces there. It's gonna be a great time.
Your favorite tricker's favorite tricker will be there, and all of the battles are dropping on the next week's live. So make sure to tune in to that as well. Well, speaking of your favorite tricker's favorite tricker, I hear we've got a monster as our next guest that's going to be popping in.
I think my dedication speaks for itself. The length and the longevity, the dedication I've had, and so telling me that I can't do this anymore, or I just never able to do this, I like to reserve myself, like I'm pretty much sleepwalking until like right before, and I turn into this monster where you probably don't want to have a conversation with me because I'm not a very nice person after that. I've gone to like almost blackout because I was so pissed and just wanted to give everything I had.
What are you doing? Why are you still holding back? Have you forgotten what they said to us? What they... Prove them right.
Oh, there he is. The man himself.
What up?
Go 1v1 champ, 2v2 champ, first ever quad cork. I can go on and on about his resume. Michael Guthrie, what's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Well,
It's
thank
very
you for
fitting
joining
you're
us,
the
man.
first
I
guest,
mean,
brother.
Perfect opportunity. Best person you can have for first guest, you know?
you already know that, and I mean, it's crazy. We were talking about it the other day, dude. I mean, you headline 22, you headline 23, headline. It only fits that you're the main headline for this event. And how you feeling, dude? How's the body? How you feeling? You excited?
I definitely feel old. I can't even lie. I got some, it's always something that comes up next. You know, you start to feel good. You have another session, you get another hiccup, but that's just kind of what comes with having a high mileage, high performance vehicle for a body. So we just keep pushing no matter what happens and keep training and work around it. And that's how you come up with the diversity in your repertoire, your combos, your structure. You got to work around a different injury and kind of use a different leg, a different kick, a different shape, and that's just how it goes.
For sure. I think that says a lot about you, though, how you're able to transform and change, and even talking about different legs and being able to do that. I mean, I'm not sure many in our sport can do that. So definitely props to you in that. And I think that kind of shows one, you're human, but hey, you're an athlete, right? I think we all have gone through those injuries and had little things, along the way, but we're incredibly excited to see you. I know I am, as always. It's always an honor to watch you out there. And I hear we're no longer doing 2 divisions in one night like before. So, how will that change things for you as far as your performance?
I mean, I've already like always had a bit of a gas tank in the cardio and whatnot, just from growing up in the martial arts side of things and that competitive nature. You never have one division in a night. I eventually worked down to I think only doing 2 divisions in a night, but still, that's a little bit of cardio you got to have to push through those 2 divisions and get those things done. And I think that sometimes those forms divisions can be a little bit harder on your cardio than even just a 1 minute battle round. So my gas tank is only going to be able to focus even harder on that just one event of the evening, and it'll be even easier.
Well, I think something you said that, kind of bringing light on, again, the last event, we talked about it. I mean, you took a very heroic approach of not promoting it until after you battled injured. You battled injured at that event. And going into this one, you talked about again, you've almost reshaped the way you're training, reshaped the way you're coming into this battle. And not to throw my favorite athlete out there, but a guy like Steph Curry is a perfect example. We are hearing right now he's 37 going on 38, year 17, and he's pretty much had to reshape his game as he gets older. And talk about like that journey of how you feel you're reshaping for this upcoming battle, and what are your focuses and what you're focusing on primarily.
Conditioning, bit too much. I already know Alexander's in the checks. He's got nothing better else to do, but um, just conditioning and making sure that I can refrain from injury and providing that Michael Guthrie show that everybody wants to see. So I can't say too much, but
I
I
can't wait
have
to
a
see that.
coach. We address things specifically. They change throughout the week, throughout the next week. Sometimes they even change on the fly. We get to the gym, we talk about how I feel or how the session went, and he makes instant changes. He'll literally he'll have a whole list on the whiteboard, and after we have a conversation, he's like, "Well," wipes everything off and starts fresh. And doesn't happen too often. Usually we can stick to his plan, but we're able to fly by the seat of our pants a little bit and work around what needs to be worked on.
I love just hearing that you've got a plan. You've got a coach. You're preparing for this like a professional athlete, taking care of your body. Again, not just looking into this for this next event, but for the league. And again, building. And it's crazy. We're seeing athletes like LeBron James, Tom Brady, like these athletes that are pushing their peak and almost having a second peak. Some would argue Tom Brady was better later in his career than early in his career, right? So talk to us about like the institutional knowledge you've gained just from battling too, like even from a strategy perspective.
What's the question specifically? I get what you're
Like
asking. I
how
want to make sure I
the
address
just
it correctly.
the years in the game, the years of battling and training, almost in a way, make it easier for you to go and compete because strategy like it's the back of your hand.
Absolutely. I mean, I have passes. I've even like in the past named my passes and had them written down by name, and like Jacob will know them, or whoever's in my corner with me, like my buddy Jaden has been in my corner with me before. Whoever it is, can kind of just call out, "Hey, let's run one," and then maybe it's a tiebreaker round. If I go first, we'll run the bigger version. If he goes and he messes up, then I can kind of make a microscopic adjustment on the fly to just kind of make it easier on the cardio. And I've learned from Reggie Takahashi, through the times of battling, you always learn through that person that you're battling and what they have to bring to the table. And Reggie was always so fast. It's like the timing, not just like how you go or what you do, but like when you go, absolutely matters. So being able to drag your opponent into deep water and burn that gas tank out, is part of the big strategy for sure. Part of the big
I
IQ you learn over the years.
Yeah, I think you just said it. You said it with Reggie Takahashi. It's funny because when you look at his tricking, I guess, bank of tricks, he's a different beast when it comes to battling. I really look at there's two kinds of people. There's trickers and there's battlers. And I really think that that's what we see in someone like yourself. we've seen with guys like Jacob Pinto, where yeah, he might not be doing quad core block, but when it comes to battle, he has his game plan, right? And I think that's something you're really hinting on, that is important for people to understand, that with this style of competition, it's the two best facing off head to head. Timed battles, head to head. The best man's going to come out on top that night, right? There's no bracket. There's no this guy's battling 7 people before. It really is designed for the audience to see the two best face off head to head. And they know who they're competing against, so you guys can prep and you can plan for that battle.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the bracket situation has never really worked out in any athlete's favor because, or even the audience, it's really not fair to anybody because by the end of it all, even the judges, not fair to anybody because by the end of it all, and that's something that events have always gotten wrong in the past is like, let's have this week-long camp or let's have this 3-day-long gathering, and on the very last day, when everybody's toasted and tired, let's make them all battle. And let's not set time limits. Let's just battle until they're injured. So it's been tailored to a fine experience for the athletes for sure, and everybody involved.
Well, it's that art meets sport, right? And we're pushing the boundary of sport right now and doing everything we can to benefit you as athletes. And we're doing things that we're going to be announcing, talking about in future lives for judges to make their lives easier, because Lord knows they have a very tough job when it comes to judging this thing. And things for the audience as well, how to make that experience better as an audience member, as you're watching this new sport for the first time potentially, or for the 100th time if you're an avid fan, right? So I think to your point, our job is really to set that level of expectation every event, but all the events moving forward in the league too. I think
it's going to set up for an incredible show that is going to just allow us to have our top athletes and all athletes coming into this game, like you say, be able to be prepared and put on their best show. So we're seeing them kind of throughout the weekend and the open mat and all of the sessions that are happening, and then leading up to our big Saturday night event.
100%. And I think it's really fitting that we're about to preview the official battle trailer for the first time. And Mike, you've never seen it once. I'm excited to get your reaction, but I think it's perfectly fitting that we've got your number one fan, per his comment, Jeff, in the chat, and potentially your number one opponent or hater, Alexander, in the chat, who you're going to be battling on the 15th. So we got all sides of the spectrum right now in the chat. But I'm excited. Let's check out this trailer. And again, this is the official battle trailer for November 15th at Resorts World, 7 p.m. PST. More details on the stream out of that coming soon, but let's check it out.
I've been running this game for 22 years. You lost.
Yeah. I'll get the point. I get the point that I lost.
Everybody wants my spot.
I get paid more than you if I lose.
I'm still the one to beat.
Make some noise for the GOAT, Michael Guthrie!
I was able to shock people, and I was able to get a reaction from people, and that kind of lit a fire in me to just, okay, let's keep pushing this. It has become truly my whole life.
The challenger, Mr. Alexander Anderson!
I did a title match in 2023 against Michael Guthrie, where I thought that in the first round I got robbed.
Score! And round one goes to Michael Guthrie!
It was clicking for me more and more. Just push the boundaries of the sport with the tricks and the boundaries of the sport with where it needs to go next as well.
I can't do nothing else than respect him. Like, he's done a lot for the sport, but you can't stay at the top forever.
Talk is cheap. We'll see.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I just
that's
hope
how you got the gig.
I just
talk,
hope
talk.
Me talk?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
the one who is talking. You're talking too much.
Yeah. You shit the bed more than both my kids combined. So
bro,
it's all talk.
You're constantly
But
saying
I got
that.
robbed because you pussied out.
This event that is happening November 15 is me proving to the world and to myself that I'm still at the top. I'm like, damn, I need to get back to this battle. It's my redemption, So for me, it means the world.
It doesn't matter if you get paid more. I get to do what I love.
Mike, if you don't have your stuff ready,
Everybody wants my spot. November 15th, Resorts World Las Vegas. Come take it.
Hype. What'd you think,
the
Mike?
story of living rent free in Alexander's head. But he
Dude, talk
can't
to
get me out
me
of his
about.
head. All he wants is to be me, to have that redemption, to redeem that match that he feels he got robbed in. Take that up with the judges, buddy. No, that's not my problem. I haven't thought a day
I'm
about it in my life since then. I like that you guys put in there, though, that I do get paid more than those guys, even if I lose.
Well, hey, man, at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people will say what they want about, you know, the dialogue between you two going into this battle. But I mean, again, tell me if I'm wrong. That's all 100% real, man. That's how you guys feel. There is a little bit of history between you guys with the last event. You know, I'm excited to just see what that tension's like when you guys actually show up at Resorts World on November 15th.
I've kind of always had that, like, Xbox 360, just talk shit to people because it's fun. I don't really let it emotionally affect me, whereas I can completely tell that he's easily rage baited. So I like to kind of like fire him up a little bit, get him pissed. It's easy. I mean, he even fell for my 13-year-old brother talking trash to him, was emotionally affected by it to the point where he was sharing it on his story multiple times until Boss Man told him it was immature and told him to take it down. So, you know, I don't have to just change two kids' diapers. I'm gonna have to change a third kid's diaper on November 15th. We'll see.
This is going to be a huge matchup for the audience. Clearly, you guys have, you know, some beef from the first time that you guys hit that mat together. We obviously know you're preparing. Obviously know he's preparing, which, like we all talked about, this is what's so cool going into this is that I don't know. A little bit of tension keeps it exciting, right? Even for the audience members who, you know, may think one way or the other and may have their, you know, mindset on like, hey, this is Mike's. Hey, this is Alex. Like, but at the end of the day, it's going to come to the training, the preparation, and everything that it seems like you are putting into this matchup. So, is there anything extra or anything different that you want to do going into this battle?
Just like that song says, anything that you can do, I can do better. So I'm everything that he doesn't do well, I'm focusing on making that even better this time around. So what I have
Yeah.
typically been, you know, known for is going to be even better now, with time and refinement. And I know what his game plan is. So we don't play other people's games, we play our own. So I just kind of tune into my strengths and we'll see how it goes.
Well, you know, you just said it, and I think Caitlin, you alluded to it as well. There is something important about this now. There's real money on the table for everyone here, and I think that's why we're seeing more emotions come out on the table with these battles. This isn't two friends battling in a gym for a few $100 or a good time anymore. This is your career. I mean, you've been in this game for 20 plus years. Alexander's been in this game for, I think, what, 10 to 15, close to that. This is your guys' career. This is your livelihood. This is your legacy you're putting on. So I think what I saw in that video is that I saw both of you guys making it clear there's a lot that goes into just getting your hand raised, but everything that kind of goes with it as well. So.
Yeah,
Definitely.
McGuire, you couldn't have put it better. Yeah, I mean, to that point, I think that is the shift you're seeing a little bit. Again, it's no longer just a hobby; it's a career, it's a competition. There's always that respect, but at the same time, anything you can do to get that mental edge, and you know, I'm sure, Mike, you feel you've got the mental edge.
Always have. I used to I I used to go up to the people in the NASCA divisions, like right before the competitors have to line up and everything, and the trickers or the competitors, whatever, are warming up on the mat. And I would like stick my headphones in, but I wouldn't be playing anything, just so they would think that I'm not like trying to talk to them. I'm just talking out loud. And I would like slide my foot on the mat and it would slip and it would slip. And then I'd do a little trick and like slip on purpose and be like, oh my God, this floor is so slippery. And then I'd turn around and see them like running over to their bag and like spraying hairspray on their feet and stuff. So I've kind of always been into just like playing with people. I just think it's hilarious and I think it's fun ever since I was a kid playing video games online and everything. So really, it's not even just like a character thing for social media. It's literally just for fun for me. I have a blast doing it.
It's who
For
you are,
sure. I
man.
think it's fun, but I also feel like to an extent it's part of your strategy, right? Like there's different ways that get into different people's mind. And it's funny because obviously coming from the NASCAR world as well, I used to do things like that, but in a similar but different way. I would go and I'd always have my headphones in, same. And then if anything, I would just like Webster hit a trick. And everyone would just be like, all right, is that what's about to happen? Like, dope. Okay. And you could just see the tension, the nervousness kind of set in. So it's interesting to hear that from you and like just different tactics that I think competitors have. But I think as overall, when we see this league progress and we see different competitors kind of come up, it's very cool to see everybody's strategies and kind of what works for them. And especially how each person is going to have to change their strategy based on who they're going against.
For sure. This guy's a little easier to pick on because he speaks English. Those other Japanese guys would just block me because they're like, I don't even know what he's saying.
Well,
So
to
this
that
one's
end
only
too.
been easier and easier for sure.
Well, I'm sure it's nice. You can have that dialogue. And, I always think about too with tricking, it's always been when you battle, it's always been that dialogue, but on the mat, right? That action oriented dialogue. Like you said, anything you can do, I can do better. And that's really where battling started. But when I think of you too, again, just thinking of you're very thoughtful with everything you do and say. I don't think people realize that. Do you have any other like specialty things you're doing pre-battle? I always think of the LeBron chalk thing or the Steph Curry rush in the floor or whatever it may be. But is there anything you're going to be doing come November 15th?
Nah, if you have to do something before, you didn't prepare yourself enough, leading up to it. So it's all just the prep now so that when you walk in, it's just clocking in for work, clocking out, time to go for the after party.
Love it.
I'm
Treating it like a
excited.
9 to 5. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, anything else you wanted to say to fans or anyone tuning in or coming to the event before we have you jump off? I know you probably got to get to training already. Dad duty, training duty.
Yep. Trained Monday, trained yesterday, trained today. Body's sore. We keep cooking. Just how it goes. Got to keep the chef hat on until the time is right. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate you guys all popping in. I was checking out the chat here. I have my phone pulled up, and in between stuff, I was kind of just peeking and seeing what you guys are saying. So it's been fun watching you guys engage, and I appreciate you. Keep supporting. I'm always watching. I'm always appreciative of the support. 22 years of support from so many of you. So more than appreciative, and thanks for tuning in. I know I said the same thing like 3 or 4 times, but that's what there is from me for it. Just I think I appreciate it. I thank you guys.
Well, we appreciate you. The sport would not be the same without you, man. So thanks for jumping in. In chat, we're going to give that free shirt away and kind of preview next week. So stay on. But Michael Guthrie, appreciate your time, brother.
All right,
Thanks,
bro.
guys. Have a great day.
See ya.
Man,
All
he
right,
looks
guys.
locked in, by the way.
That
He
was
looks locked
eventful.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say where I'm seeing Mike, going back, knowing him for this long, he looks very locked in, and he looks like he has noise canceling headphones in, and he's got a mission on November 15th. He's got to try to get done. And I put it this way: I am excited to have my popcorn and enjoy the show. It's got to be crazy.
For sure. I'm going to be standing there just with my mouth open the whole time because all of these athletes are so incredible. And I just half the time I'm standing there speechless on the sideline, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, they are just so incredible. And I think Mike is really locked in. I think being able to have this preparation to prepare against Alexander and the beef that they have, I think is only up the performance for the audience members and, for all of us here. And I think it's just going to be something really special. And I'm excited to see both athletes.
Same. We're
You
going to get
said,
Alexander on the live too. Go for McGuire.
I was just gonna say, you said it best, and I just to pre again, like, there's a lot riding on this besides just again winning a match. There really is when it comes to it. There's so much riding on this, and really the way this is going to carry into future events. So I think both guys, and I'm going to be really curious to hear Alexander's point bring him on next time of how he's training, and now that he heard everything, how's he feeling? How's he feeling going into it? Because again, this was a match that just made sense. It made sense, and what I think as fans we're all really excited about is not having to wait a year to watch this again, right? Not having to wait a year to watch Michael Guthrie battle again or Alexander battle again or whatever it may be. We're going to see these guys at such more frequency. And I think that's when, when we get to event 2, 3, and onward, that's when we're really going to see some matchups, we're all excited for, and matchups we're not even thinking about now.
Well, and you just nailed it, McGuire, because you're going to start to see when we do release our power rankings, we do have that mobility. People are going to be having with their battles, the way they go into and out of a battle, it will shift those storylines. The next matchups will start to make more and more sense. And as a fan, it's everything you could ever want because there is that consistency amongst the competition too. It is not so sporadic. You'll start to actually, over time, truly be able to see who is the best tricker in the world because they're going to be consistently on that stage, consistently putting that belt on the line for best tricker in the world too. And speaking of, all the amazing trickers we have, next week's live, we're going to be dropping the full battle card, going through each and every single match. So we are very, very excited to talk through that. We're also, McGuire, going to be doing a free room giveaway at Resorts World. Oh, what is this? Alexander Anderson, never been more confident. People that don't know Alexander McGuire tell me about, like, he is an extremely tough person. Mentally, physically, like there is no quitting that guy. He, I think when we had that call and let him know he was getting the rematch, he couldn't have been more ready.
I think, something about Alexander, knowing him for over 10 plus years now, his story, and we're excited. We're going to have a series coming out where, we have a lot of series coming out, but we're going to have a special series where we're really going to talk about these athletes' origins and who they are as people and their upcoming, because his story is really special. It really is. And I think given what he's gone through in his childhood and kind of teenage years to now, I think when you go through those things in life, you don't get faced too hard by things like this. And I think he is locked in, and this is what he's training for every day. This is what he's thinking about every day, every night. I mean, we heard Michael's regimen, things like that. Alexander's taken the same approach, and it's going to be, from what we saw last time, it's going to be a completely different battle in terms of the intensity, but also you're just going to see both of them wearing their hearts on their sleeves. And I can't keep saying it, but I am excited for November 15th to watch it live.
Definitely.
Same
I
here.
think what's really cool also about this league is that, like you said, McGuire, we're going to learn a lot about these athletes, right? Like, there's never been a sort of platform or a space where we can learn about these athletes and hear more about them, right? Like, you see the best clips on Instagram and you see, things that are happening, but you don't necessarily know what they've been through to get to that point, right? Like, same with you two. Like, everyone does.
We're back. I think we're back.
Oh, we're here.
What
So
it is,
sorry,
Pete, like,
guys.
I think it was just the insane amount of fire that's going to be dropping with these battle cards. It just like blew up the Wi-Fi and the internet. So, but we're back. We're good. And to all of your points, I couldn't be more excited for this thing. It's going to be incredible.
Same. I think this is going to be awesome. I think everyone should definitely stay tuned in every Wednesday. Like we said, we're going to be dropping constantly new information, new things, shirt giveaway, ticket giveaway, all sorts of fun giveaways, but you have to see it live here. So don't miss out. Oh, all right.
McGuire,
Let's try to see if anyone comes back. I want to ask some questions. I lost all my comments. I was so excited.
no worries. And one quick thing to preview too for next week. We are not just doing a merch shirt giveaway like that. Like we're doing a hotel room night, 2 nights at Resorts World that we're going to be giving away. So again, make sure to tune in next week for that battle cord, for that exclusive giveaway. It's going to be some incredible stuff coming.
So, hey, for you guys, we have one question. Anything at the event for people that don't necessarily trick?
Hey, McGuire, we may have lost your headphones if you want to try to reconnect. But in the meantime, yes.
Hit it,
A
Jimmy.
huge part of the league event really is to bridge the gap from people that are active participants, huge fans of tricking already, and people that may be seeing it and experiencing it for the first time ever. It's a huge part of the storytelling as well going into every single battle. But for those that don't trick, there's going to be live pro open workouts where you get to watch all the pros warm up, similar to think like an HBO boxing, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather type of a thing where the best athletes are going to be taking the mat warming up, followed by press conferences where they're going to be, talking about all of their battles. There's going to be an actual opportunity for you to have an athlete meet and greet, get posters signed, everything along those lines. And then, of course, the main event. And 2, on the seminars, even if you're not a participant for tricking, you can come, hang out, watch, and maybe even jump on the floor if you're feeling it too. But all leading up to that main event.
That's awesome. I think it's so cool that we're trying to integrate in between. This is not just for trickers. Just like when you go to a football game or when you go to watch F1, that doesn't mean you necessarily do it, play it, but it's something you watch and enjoy, right? This is going to be for all people, all ages to come watch, experience, and it's never too late to start. A lot of people ask me sometimes, like, I don't know, maybe I'm too old, or like, can I trick? And yes, the answer is yes. It's for everyone and anyone. So if you're there at the event and you need some assistance or help, or you need to learn something, just come over to one of us and we'd be more than welcome to, talk you through, walk you through, and just kind of get you into the tricking world.
It's such a great community, and everyone, athlete to staff, everyone at the kind of adrenaline event is just going to be so hands-on with everything. I saw another question in the chat too, just kind of an explainer series for non-tricking athletes. 100%. That's going to be that adrenaline keynote Saturday morning at 10 a.m. in the complex of Resorts World. We're going to be talking not only about the league, but as tricking as a whole. So just kind of a great opportunity to learn more about the sport and what the league is going to be doing too.
Awesome. Do we have any more questions? I know we lost a few people in our little technical moment that we had, but yeah.
All right. Let's wrap it up with our winner, and we'll tune in next week.
Look at that shirt. That's going to be sent to you. We're going to be choosing Ryan from the chat, Ryan Bristow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we may have lost him because of the technical difficulties here, but there he is. Boom. We're going to be hooking up with the shirt, brother. So we'll DM you, get your details, and send it over to you soon.
Awesome, guys. Well, again, we're going to wrap up here. Again, tune in next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. We have a lot of great stuff to talk about. We're going to go through the entire main card battles. We're going to have a room giveaway. That's a big one. And we're going to dive into more detail on those matchups. And I can promise you one thing. They're going to be insane. So tune in next Wednesday. And we'll see you guys all November 14th, 15th, Resorts World, Las Vegas. Biggest event in tricking history. See you guys there.